Hey, what's up? This is J Rob. This is the anti interview from WHYFYRE, and we got Shylow Strickland in the building. How you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. Feeling really good.
Heck yeah, heck yeah. Let's hear more of that. Let me hear that closer or louder.
I'm feeling fantastic. Feeling pretty lifted.
Heck yeah, we getting lit. We chilling. We having a good time. We just talking about some other things like before all this, and like all the experiences that we've shared and stuff through the history of time with the music and shit, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So it's like, I mean, so what was we talking about other than like
Who we was just talking about you and your past interviews and how you had just seen Lab 808, and you were just kind of telling me about who he was.
Yeah, Lab 808 is pretty cool. It's like, I mean, he's doing some good things. Like, I mean, in my opinion, I think he's doing a good job with what he's doing. He's a DJ, and he's legit. I mean, me and him have said a few things that were somewhat negative to each other before, but I mean, we're men, so we just kind of got over it. We're just like, yeah, whatever. Like
People have their differences.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah, definitely.
It's cool that you guys could still be, in a cordial and have a friendship.
Mm-hmm.
With the differences.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that doesn't happen often enough, like
it does not happen often enough. We're just talking about that.
Yeah, we experienced like a lot of that shit, like, people that we like chilling with, and they're just like, okay, fuck you, haha, you know what I'm saying? Like, I swear.
Yep.
Like my fucking homies, dude, they were like, we just chilling one day, and then like we had a disagreement, and then like the next week they're like, hey, I'm gonna fucking kill you. Like, I'm gonna blow your house up. And I'm like, damn, dude, that's next level, man. Like, I was just chilling, like I'm just trying to get stoned or something, like, fuck.
That's fucked, bro.
Yeah, dude.
So how long has J Rob been doing music? The people want to know. When you were like, hey, I like this music shit, I like it, I wanna go make my, I'm gonna go write a song. I wanna go make a song.
I mean, see, dude, I was writing when I was like, I mean, I swear, when I was like maybe like 9 or 10 or something, I was writing like, something, and it's like, I really like Green Day and shit like that, and I started like a Slipknot and shit, and I thought that shit was pretty cool.
Oh, so you actually were tuned into like the rock scene when you?
Oh yeah.
For sure. Yeah,
I grew up on Pearl Jam and Metallica and the Beatles and just all sorts of different shit, like Alice in Chains and shit. Like, that was the type of thing that I heard when I was growing up. So it's like, but then my sister, she's like, hey, check this out. This is 50 Cent. And I was like, okay. And I was like, cool. And she's like, check it out. This guy's named Ludacris. And I was like, cool. And then I was like, okay. And she's like, oh, check this guy out. He's Eminem, And I was like, okay. And then I was like, you know what? I want to start doing that. And then when I started doing that, I think I was like 12. So I think.
Who introduced you to this?
My sister.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think it was like 12 years ago is when I was like, that. I like that. I want to do that.
You liked the rapping or the beats? Like, what did you?
Both. I mean,
both. You just like the flow of both.
Yeah, I thought it was. I mean, I really enjoyed that type of thing, and then, just some of the dark shit that you can get out. So I mean, technically, I feel like it was like 12 years ago when that really like sparked my interest. But I've been writing for, I don't know, I can't even think of how long that is. I mean, since I was 9 or 10 or something. Like.
Yep. Fun fact: the first song I ever wrote was a country song.
That's dope.
Yep.
That's cool. I mean, dude, I fucking love country. I love that. I mean, I like old school country,
For sure. Yep. I was 16 years old.
For real?
Yep. I still remember the name of it.
What is it?
Well, I'm not going to go into that, but I still remember the name. I still remember the song. I'll tell you one day. I'll tell you off air. You know what I mean?
But it's dope. I mean, so do you like old school country?
I do. George Strait. I mean, Hank. I could go on and on, but I like them. Yeah.
See, I don't know the names. I just know the sound. It's like I just know whenever I hear a sound, and I'm like, I like that.
Something about that twang. You know what I mean?
And it's like I've heard a few like new country songs that I actually like. I'm like, wow, this is like beautiful. But sometimes it's just like, I mean, there's just that pop country that just kind of like, You know, I mean, it's just like, I mean, you know, the songs can be good, but it's like it lacks substance. You know, I mean, it's just like any other type of music. You know,
Well, it lacks substance, yeah, but it's like some of the pop countries, kind of like the rap, it just all starts to sound the same.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the same thing, but they're saying it just a little different.
Yeah, just like general pop music or like the industry rap music. You know,
It all kind of sounds the same, but it's just saying it a different way.
and a lot of times it's like an algorithm that they make, and they just put it out with an algorithm, and it's a computer. You know, it's not like a. I mean, there is a person singing the song, but it's like, I mean, they're not. I mean, they're pushing a lot of like non-organic shit out in the industry. Just generally, no matter like what genre, it's all
Non-organic is a good way. Another thing I noticed, dude, is like when you see a lot of these big hits, right, that you're hearing on the radio, and then like you go to like YouTube or you go to like Apple Music, and then like, you know, at the end when it shows you like who wrote the song, and it's like literally like 11 people.
Yeah,
and it's just like
that's
11 motherfuckers came up with this one song that's literally like half of what I send you on a Sunday.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That is interesting.
It's just so weird. Like,
it's just so controlled.
Well, yeah, but I don't know. It's like, why? Like, because, I mean, I couldn't imagine having 11 or fucking 8 people write one song for me.
Because that's industry shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like $1 million, like $50 million shit. Like, it's like fake, you know? It's not,
and it's like number 3 on the radio.
It's not organic, yeah. It's not organic. I mean, but it's like, it's legit. Like, I mean, it's legit out there.
No, it's usually the beat that's fire.
Yeah.
And then,
yeah,
like,
that's the algorithm. It's like they have algorithmic beats and shit that they put out, and then like, it's weird. I mean, yeah, that's why a lot of them sound the same, and it's like, but what do you think about Kanye? Do you like Kanye?
Man, I do love Kanye, and the thing is like, I think Kanye is so misunderstood.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like, have you heard Donda?
I have, and
Dude.
I have not heard the deluxe yet.
Did you like realize something about that album?
What?
They didn't cuss a single time in that whole album.
I didn't notice that.
They didn't cuss. That's why there's no explicit.
I didn't even think to look at that.
There's no explicit sticker on it.
Wow.
Like, who else is doing that? You know, like,
that kind of freaking makes sense, because like Soulja Boy had a verse for that album,
and he took it
off. And I bet had he not taken it off, there would have been an explicit on that album.
But see, they probably did somewhere, you know, and then they just like kind of like put a space there or something. But it's like, maybe he just thought his verse was fucking trash, you know?
He did say that. No, he did say that. I mean, he said that he was on, I think, Hot 97, and he was like, you know, why didn't you put the verse? And he said, did you hear the verse? And they were like, no, why? And he was like, they're like, was it bad? And he was just like, he just shaking his head and laughing. So you already know.
And dude, everything about Donda, it was like created such like a giant media storm. Like, I've noticed like the marketing behind that was genius. Like what they did, you know, like, and then it's like, even from like, I saw a post on Instagram that was like, oh, Kim Kardashian shared his album and it was on mute. It was like, it was all, the volume was all the way down, but she shared a thing saying check out his album, and saying like, oh, he's not listening to it. I mean, she's not listening to it because it's trash or something. But I'm like, people don't realize that they're just giving him more and more and more publicity, and it's like, he's the only person that is like in the industry like that did what he did, in my opinion. He got a bunch of industry rappers, nobody's cussing, and they're all talking about God through the entire thing. I'm like, whoa. And it's 28 song. I'm like, whoa.
Kanye is a genius. He's an absolute genius.
I heard that he uses everything like analog. He doesn't use new age stuff. He uses like old school recording techniques.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And see, what I heard about geniuses is that geniuses develop multiple skills and then learn how to apply those skills and merge them together for one, and make them one. Like, I heard Leonardo da Vinci, like, he was an artist, right? But he also like made stuff, like he was a builder or whatever. He crafted stuff, right? So it's like he learned how to craft things and make it art. And it's like, and I think that quote was from him, is that he made, like, he is the, I mean, if you take two things and put them together. You are very skilled at different things, and that's what makes a genius, is like bringing them together somehow, you know.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No, Kanye has referenced himself to being these people that you're talking about, like Da Vinci, and he is Walt Disney, and he is the new.
I think he broke through the industry.
Who?
Kanye.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you, Kanye, he's on another level. Like I said, he's just super misunderstood. That's the problem, and it's like he's like 50 years ahead of like everything. So it's like all the shit that he says, it doesn't make sense until like all the shit that he said back in like 11 and 12, when like Taylor Swift was, you know, it's all true. It's all true. He's right. He was trying to say it's all about the pop culture. It's all bullshit.
Yeah.
And everyone was shocked at the time, but then it's like you look back on it now, and it was right. He knew exactly where it was headed.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
And dude, he has like land, and he has a church. I'm like, whoa, dude. Like, who else is doing that? You know, like Drake ain't doing that. Like Drake is cool, but you know, like shit. Like, I don't know. I think he's putting his music on
Kanye and Drake
432.
dropping soon, by the way.
They're what?
Kanye and Drake dropping soon.
Really?
By the way, yeah, for sure.
I mean, that's smart. That's a smart marketing technique. You know, I mean, they're both a genius in their own way.
They'll be dropping a collab soon.
That's cool.
They just said it on. It was on Instagram.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Didn't Kanye drop Drake's address?
Yeah, they had a big beef. A matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if you see a whole Kanye Drake album.
Yeah.
Like Future and Drake.
It seemed
did.
like they're just one step ahead of everybody. Like, I mean, I feel like it's like they're doing that stuff on purpose, you know, or something. Like, I mean, I don't know, dude. The industry's weird, but I think Kanye broke through the industry mold, and I don't think Drake did. I mean, maybe Drake did, but it's like, I don't know.
I think Drake became the industry.
Yeah, exactly.
He didn't break through it. He became it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's hard for me to get behind Drake. Like, I like Drake, but it's hard for me to get behind him like Kanye. I mean, and Kanye seems crazy, and he is crazy. But it's like, I mean, dude, did you hear about him having Justin Bieber and Marilyn Manson at a church? At his church.
No.
And they were praying in the name of Jesus, both of them. Like, what? Like, isn't that crazy? Like, holy crap.
Marilyn Manson, he's a G.
And he praying to Jesus now. I'm like, whoa, dude. I'm like, damn, that's a big shift.
He's a straight
you know, like,
G. Yeah, I heard some news about Marilyn. He's actually dealing with some things now. Some women were coming out saying
I heard about
the way they weren't happy the way that he punished them.
Wow. Yeah, I heard about that. And it's like, who knows what's going on in all these people's heads, you know, like who knows why they do what they do, you know.
Hey, if what I heard is the worst he does to him, then that's not that bad.
Yeah. And it's like, it's very like interesting that it's like in correlation to him. I mean, like at the same timing of him going to a church, right? I mean, it's like going to a church and talking about Jesus and stuff, like, and then they bashing him, like. But it's like, I don't know.
Who was bashing him?
The media.
Bashing him for what? Going to church?
What he's doing? Wait, what?
Going to church or doing what he's doing to those girls?
Yeah, that as well. But all those things. I mean, all those things. I mean, it's just interesting timing. Like, is he going there to make himself look better,
or to ask for forgiveness,
or are they coming out with those articles because
you can ask for forgiveness and God forgive you?
Yeah,
I mean,
I just think that's really interesting. Like, that's crazy. It's like, but who else in the industry is doing what Kanye's doing? I don't think there's many people doing that. I mean, in my opinion, I really do not think so. And it's like, that's the only reason why I'm like, yeah, like he's legit, you know? If it wasn't for that, like I wasn't behind Kanye like that a few years ago.
Here's a question for you. So how do you feel? I mean, obviously I know you respect the Kanye, you know, the J. Cole, the Drake, you know, the mega stars they are, but like, how do you feel about the Lil Pumps and all the little this, the little that? Besides Lil Wayne,
Lil Nas X, and
how do you feel about those?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they're just doing what the industry wants them to do. You know, I mean, like they're doing what they want to do. I mean, but they're not. I mean, it's not hip hop. I don't know. I mean, I can't really say. It's like, I mean, I don't know. Jack Harlow. I like his song. You know,
I like Jack.
Pop It. You know, I like that. Like, he actually said some cool shit in that. He was like, I drink water and I'm wearing
I'm just
protection.
saying,
I'm like,
if
that's
Lil
dope.
Pump can
You know what I'm
make it,
saying?
I'm just saying, if Lil Pump can make it, J-Rob can make it.
Yeah, but it's like Lil Pump is a little bitch.
Do you get what I'm saying, though?
No, I get what you're saying, but it's like the thing is, it's like they're not looking for skill in the industry anymore. You know, that's not what they're looking for. They're looking for someone that will do what they want. You know, like they mold you.
Like Dana White said, he's looking for that thing. He's looking for that flash. And when they asked him, they said, "Well, okay, what is that thing?" He said, "Sugar Sean O'Malley is that thing." Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be the Sugar Sean O'Malley. I feel like you're the Sugar Sean O'Malley of like Tulsa's fucking like underground rap. Like literally, when you think about it, who else is fucking doing what you do?
I don't know.
Nobody that I know.
I don't know.
Nobody. Literally. You do all these shows, you fucking you bring all these people together, you fucking do all this shit. And I told you, what did I tell you 2 years ago? I said, it doesn't matter if what you're doing is good or bad, like in anyone's opinion. Like, if you just keep fucking doing what you're doing, what's gonna happen? Like, literally. Like, if you just keep doing what you're doing, it's gonna accumulate, and you will not fail as long as you just keep doing it. And you never did stop. Like, you just fucking look at you right now. You're still doing it in this room that we're in. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're in this room a year from now, just don't stop doing it. Just keep doing it.
For real. I mean, and see, that's part of what doing is all about. Is like, because it like, I mean, the sense of just living on, you know, it's like the record of it, you know, because it's like, it may be nothing now. It may have 2 people watching right now. It may have 1 person that cares about it, you know, but it's like, eventually, you know, it's like, when a motherfucker dies, like, then that's when it's like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, oh, hey, I was always, you know, like.
You say a view or 2. I see hundreds of people watching your shit.
Yeah.
And then you look at all the views, it's thousands of people. Or, you know, over the course of however many videos. Yeah. It's thousands of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there is 20,000 collective views on the YouTube channel, and that's pretty good. It's all organic, except 1,000 of those views is non-organic, but 19,000 of those views are entirely organic. And it's like, that's really cool. You know, it's like, I do appreciate all the people that like watch this stuff. You know, it's like, it's really cool.
Because at one point it was 100.
Yeah.
And at one point it was 1,000. And then 10,000. And so forth.
For real. And see, it's like, I wanted to help create like a creative platform just generally for people to be able to create. Like, if they want to paint, you know, if they want to converse, if they want to make a song, you know, if they want to make a beat, it's like, I want to be able to provide what I can, you know, in these times where, I mean, a lot of people don't want to, but it's, I did that so much that it was hard to keep doing that at the rate I was. I had to stop. You know, I had to make myself be like money, because like it was the one thing, you know, and that's where it's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I don't think I have necessarily low confidence, low self-esteem. I think I just have like I just don't look at myself the way that other people look at myself, whether it's in a high regard or in a low regard. I'm just kind of like, yeah, I'm just here, you know. But it's very refreshing for someone to ask me questions like that, because nobody ever asked me questions like that. When we do a podcast, I've done 40 of these, pretty much 40 of what we're doing right now. I've done this 40 times, and some of them are 2 hours long. So there's at least like 60 hours of this, and nobody's ever said anything like, they never asked me some shit like that at all. So
asked you some shit like what?
Like, you're like, hey, how long you been doing this? You know what I'm saying? Nobody's interviewed me like that, so that's really interesting.
I was
like,
just curious, bro.
But no, that's cool. That's cool. Like, I fuck with that. Like, that's what I do. So that's why I like that, because I'm like, hey, I do that.
Did you ever like, once you learned, hey, I like music, right? Like, and you were writing, did you ever fucking learn to play an instrument at all?
I picked up guitar for a little bit, and then I learned that once you can like tune yourself to a guitar, you can learn how to sing better than you ever could have imagined, you know. But eventually I stopped wanting to impress the girl that I was trying to impress, so I put down the guitar. You know, and then
that's what actually drew me to music, is I learned instruments first. Like, I learned how to play the piano when I was young. Really? Like, this little shit. and then it moved to the drums, and then from the drums to the guitar.
That's dope.
And then I started to actually write music. That's when I was like, okay, I want to write a song. You know what I mean? Like, I'm playing these instruments. Why not write a song? And that's when I like wrote the fucking country song.
Dude, I feel like you and the homie Quaid would like do a really cool song together. In my opinion, like I feel
Who?
like Quaid.
I've never met him.
You were at the video shoot that we did for And.
In that big ass dome thing,
Yeah.
that cement concrete.
And that was a horrible song too, but like
I wasn't really listening to the song. I was just there for
it
the
was a
music
fucking
video.
horrible song.
I remember the lighting on, like the shit on fire, and
Yeah, we lived. Yeah, remember that? Remember
I never
that?
actually got to see the video.
You know how much shit that got me into, dude?
Why?
Because the fucking videographer hit up one of my old members of my group, and he was like, "Hey, dude, they just burned one of the shirts." That got me in so much shit with that.
Where's the
motherfucker.
video? I never saw the video.
It's like the first video on the channel. It's like 200 videos down on
Wow.
the channel. It's called And.
Okay.
WHYFYRE And.
I'm definitely gonna go watch.
It's a
that
cool
later.
video, but it's like the
Yeah, because I never got to see the end
Bro,
result.
the shit that got me into, like the old member came up to me, like I was at a bar that I was performing at a lot, and he came up to me and he was like, bro, he's like, I'm gonna extort you and I'm gonna blackmail you and I'm gonna make you kill yourself, pretty much. I mean, the shit he said was way worse than that, but it's like that's pretty much what he was saying. And he's like, I'm going to ruin your life and your career. But if you don't drop the video, then you don't have to worry about it. So the fucking videographer went and told on me, and then I'm like, what? Like, why? It's like, dude, I'm burning a shirt with a logo on it. Like, I came up with the damn name, dude. It's weird. Like, I don't get it, man. It's like, yeah, it's like, maybe I shouldn't do that, but it's like, that's art. Like, you can't control my art. And he's telling me, I will ruin your life if you drop this video. And I'm just like, I don't know.
Talk is cheap.
I'm like, I don't know what you talk about.
Your life didn't get ruined.
And then guess what? Guess what now?
What?
He's like, hey, man, how you doing? And I'm like, what's up? And then we talk.
That's
and we're
typical
cool.
behavior.
But yeah, it's like I'm cool with him though, because I'm just like whatever. It's like I'm cool with everybody. It's like, but I'm not gonna be like, hey man, like, you know, yeah. It's like, I mean, dude, this is a dude that like was like making out with my chick. You know what I'm saying at that time. So I'm like, dude, like. But I'm just like, whatever. I live with forgiveness, so I'm not going to sit there and be mad about shit, you know? It's like, but it's so interesting how the dynamic works. Like, I just don't get it. But it's like that video got me into a bunch of shit for like no reason. And then he didn't even put the damn like logo in there, like of it burning. You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, I can't put that in there. And I'm like, dude, what are you, a fucking bitch? Like, come on. Like, like the videographer, I mean, he's cool though. I respect him, but it's like, I guarantee neither of these motherfuckers. I hope they listen to this shit, but they ain't. They don't.
So
you know what I'm saying?
the guy Quaid he was there that day.
Yes, he was there, and he's been there for a long time, and he's still around. You know.
Really?
You would make a great song with him. Like,
why do you say that?
Because I mean, he got the same type of vibe. You know, like I don't know.
I'll have to listen to a couple of his songs.
Yeah, dude. I mean, he's been prominent in a lot of stuff that we've been doing. You know, I mean, like I've known him the longest out of anybody.
Me and you have a lot of unfinished business.
Yeah,
we do. I remember there was a song that you probably don't even have now.
Yeah, I don't think we have it anymore. I think I might have the beat somewhere though.
Gone.
I think you're at the beat.
Doesn't
well,
even
no,
matter.
the thing is, I know what song you're talking about.
Doesn't even matter. Like,
but the thing is that I had the version of Studio One that we recorded on. But then I got an upgraded version, and then it would not allow me to access any of the old files that I recorded on. So then all that was left was just the mix down. So it's like whatever was recorded. I mean, I might have. Okay.
I don't even give a shit about the.
No, I know, but it's like it sucks because that was a good ass fucking song, but I ended up getting an upgrade on the shit, and then I lost all the old shit from there, so I can't edit it. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, we could literally go re-record it. As easy as that.
Man, there's so much shit. So, like, I want to know your process about recording a song, but I'll tell you mine. Like, usually when I record, I'll write it and I'll record it, whatever, and then I like to listen to it for like a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
Like, listen to it, whatever. And then, you know, like I feel like that gives you like, it gives you an audience look at it. Like, what could I do to make this song better?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And then like within 2 weeks, I figured out like exactly what I wanted to sound like. You know what I mean? And then I go back and I want to re-record it, like the way I hear it. After I've listened to it for a while.
You give it a lot of thought.
Yeah, like, cause I feel like, cause I've recorded way too many songs that I listen to, and I want to go back and re-record.
Yeah.
Like just because I know that I could have done it way better. You know what I mean? Or I just change some things that I want to sound different. But that's my way of like coming up with the final product. What is like your way?
I mean, honestly, mine is very similar, but it's also different. It's just flowing and fluent. It's just always just there. I mean, it's like in some way, it's like I just do it differently every time. It feels like, you know, sometimes I can write without a beat. Sometimes I need a beat and I need to hear the beat 100 times, and then I record it, and then I come back to it, and then re-record it, or I just sit there and think about it for 2 weeks. Or sometimes if I'm in a setting where I'm around a bunch of the homies, then we're just like, bam, right there. You know, we write it, we record it, we're done. And then, see, I've been honing more of the mixing and mastering deal. So it's like, I literally have, okay, so here's the projects we have right now. We have Numbers, we have Black Smoke, and we have Project 6-1. These are 3 projects that we started that I have not been able to finish because it is entirely up to me to mix and master all of it. But it's like there's a great deal of pressure. So it's like it's hard to like keep writing. And then I'm trying to write 777 and then finish it before the end of 2021. So
this sounds like you have way too much shit.
Yes. And then I'm doing the podcast, doing all this extra shit. And then I'm just like, holy shit. You know what I'm saying? It become too much.
Because it's like once you have so much shit, you can't have like a great product because your energy is in so many things. Like when you have your energy into 1 or 2 things, the quality is a lot better. It's not about quantity.
But see, I've put about like 70 or like 80, I think maybe 100 hours into Numbers because I keep going back to it. Literally, and I'm not even like, that is entirely accurate how many hours I put into that.
That's way too many.
Well, I mean, but it's like,
I shouldn't say it's way too many.
But it'd be that either way. You know, it's like I'd be putting that into that either way.
100 hours? I mean, that's actually not that bad.
But that's why I haven't dropped it yet. Because, I mean, but see, that doesn't include writing. That doesn't include recording it. That just includes like mixing and mastering. That's just mixing and mastering.
It's like 5 days.
I mean, but it is a lot. Like, I mean, you sit there for an hour mixing something and mastering something, you should be done. And then you're done with it, and then you put it out. But it's like I go back and I'm like, all right, another one. Because I'm like, man, I don't want to let these motherfuckers down. All these motherfuckers recorded this shit. It sounds good to probably most people. But I'm like, how do you make it loud enough without distorting it?
So,
you know, like, it's like there's so many different aspects that it's difficult to figure out. And it's like, I have pride. I don't want to go pay some motherfucker to mix that shit for me. You know, it's like, nah, I want to do that shit. So I'm like, okay, look, one more time. You know, like.
Are you going to take anything else on before you finish this stuff?
No, I mean, I'm just doing this type of thing, and then like, no, I'm. But see, that's why it's like my recording process. Like to me, that's what my recording process is currently. It's in a standstill because I was
all
down
here, right? Like
what?
Everything you do is right here.
No, this is the podcast studio and the movie studio, ragtag movie studio, whatever. But inside, that's where I record. It's a ragtag recording, music studio. So I mean, yeah, it's different because I'm just using Audacity to record this, but I use Studio One and FL Studio to record and mix and master my other shit. But it's like I'm about to just say fuck it, just get the shit out because like I'm done sitting on it, you know. And then like I want to get it out and then keep making more. I want to be able to just be like, yeah, let's make a track, you know, like.
This is just a thought. Finish everything you have going on, okay, to where you don't have anything that you are like weighing on, and focus on your project, and then like 1 or 2 other projects maybe that is gonna keep some like money coming in. You know what I mean?
There's no money.
Well, then fuck that. I would literally drop. I would literally fucking finish everything you're working on, and then focus on one thing at a time.
Yeah, dude. This year I've dropped Rumination 3. I've dropped Sad Face and 111 The Conjunction. That's like 30 songs, or like 30 or 40 songs, plus everything in between. You know what I'm saying? It's been so much. And then I'm sitting on about 40 more songs. So it's like I was at the point where I was like, yeah, let's record a song, Home Dog. And then we did that so many times. So now I'm just like, well, I was in a big stigma a few months ago about like, dude, what if I just died and I wasn't able to finish all this shit? You know what I'm saying? No, it's like literally, like seriously, like who would finish all of that shit for me? Nobody would. It would just sit there. So I'm like, but you know what? I need to just let it go.
Right now.
You know, everybody's gonna die. But I'm not. No, I'm not thinking that now. That was something I was thinking months ago. I was like, because I was trying to think of somebody that I'd hand the keys to. You know what I'm saying? But there is nobody because like people are gonna either do it now or they'll never do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I shouldn't worry about that. What I need to focus on in that regard, I just need to get the shit out and just say screw it, dude. Like if it's subpar. Because when you get in the engineering game, like it becomes something different because there's all these other engineers, these mixing and mastering engineers that are so good at what they do, and you have to try to live up to that. And they just are like, no, that's not good enough or whatever. You know, it feel like it never be.
Well,
but,
when you're trying to compare yourself to Soul Ray or any of these other,
I think I got Soul Ray. I'm close to Soul Ray.
I'm just saying, don't compare yourself to anybody. You're fucking, you're J-Rob, right? It doesn't matter who Joe Blow is. You're J-Rob, so just like worry about what J-Rob does.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely true, and that's why I just need to just say screw it, just let the shit out because I been sitting on this shit for too long, and I'm just trying to drop it. Like the homies are like, "Hey, bro, why do you drop the project?" I'm like, "Cause you ain't fucking helping me." I'm like, "You didn't help me mix that shit." I'm like, "You ain't tell me." Like, if all the homies on the project were like, "Dude, this is phenomenal. Drop it right now," I'd be like, "Okay."
So you say you have about 40?
Yes.
40 songs to
Yeah,
finish?
there's 15. I mean, no, but they're all pretty much done. There's 15 on Numbers. There's like 7 on Black Smoke. There's like maybe like almost 10 on Project 6-1. But then there's, you know, the homie Quaid stuff like that we recorded years ago. There's just so much, and it's like when I hear it, my main thing though is like I feel like the mix sounds good for the most part now. But it's like when I hear it, it's just not loud. That's my only problem.
What do you mean it's not loud?
Well, it's like, okay, so if I'm listening to like, you know, somebody else like Kid Cudi or Kanye or, you know, one of these motherfuckers. No, I know it's not comparing, but it's like you play their song, you have it up halfway and it's banging, right? You play my song and it's like you turn it up all the way and it's like banging. It's like it's not halfway. But it's like, no, but it is important. It's like as an artist, it's one thing, but as like an engineer, like when you're an engineer, it's like you have to, there is a certain standard.
You know why it's not, you know why it's like that. Okay? Like you said, you cannot compare your quality of sound to Ye's or whoever, because they've spent however much money on all the shit that it takes. I mean, you're talking the highest level of quality. That's what they got, and they're not going to use anything less than that. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's like, I noticed that some of my early songs that I was recording or I had recorded, they don't sound as good as like the ones that I had last recorded. You know what I mean? Like the ones we had done, because the quality that we were using was different than the quality that I was using with Bryce. You know, this other kid. So it's like you know the quality that we had was better than that. So of course, you know, like Ye's quality is gonna be better than ours. You understand? Like,
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that shit will come. I mean, it's not.
Well, see, the quality I feel like is there. I mean, it's just, I don't know. See, it's like, just like specific. It's like, I don't know, dude. I mean, it's like, I just released so many fucking songs and then it's like, I don't know. See, it's like artists, like as an artist, like we all eventually at some point at a certain threshold, we like to self-hate. And we're like, you know, like, man, like, nah. You're like, nah, I'm not, you know. And then they're like, and your homie's like, yeah, man. And you're like, then you're thinking like, man, is everybody yes man to me right now? And then you're like, I don't know, dude. And it's like, you really don't know. It's like, but I get exactly what you're saying, and I feel like I should take that advice and just go with it, you know, and stop doubting it because like I mean, and like what I was saying, it's like if I don't drop it, then who else is gonna drop it?
And it's really
you know?
not
Like,
much different. The quality that you're talking about, it's literally not much different. Dude, most of the people that are just like chilling, partying, you play one of our songs, you can't tell that big of a difference.
Yeah.
You really can't. What, you got to bump it up a couple of levels to make up for the difference, but that's it. Like, a motherfucker like us can hear it because we'll probably be listening for shit like that, but
that's definitely true.
to people that just are just chilling, right? You don't notice the difference. You really don't. Especially like in my car, I listen to, you know, a normal song on Apple Music, and they got, you know, the shit they got now, like the lossless and the shit that they make, like the sound crisp, right? It's like fucking perfect. It's the top of the line, and then you play the shit off SoundCloud, and it's really not that much different.
Yeah.
It's not that much different, right? Like, not enough to trip about.
See, I mean, yeah, that is very good advice. I mean, I just need to kind of just let it go and just let it out, you know?
Just let it go. You stress way too much.
And, yeah, I agree. And I mean, it's like, but dude, like numbers, dude, you'd fucking love numbers. Like, I mean, you know, I mean, it's all about like the New World Order and shit, like AI takeover and shit. Like, but it's some good ass bars. Oh yeah, you're like, what the fuck? I mean, but no, it's good ass bars. You know what I'm saying? It's not just. I'm not saying you like it because of that. I'm just saying you like that style. It's like
that's hardcore.
You know what I'm saying? It's some hardcore shit. It's like it's dope,
hardcore.
And it got a message behind it. You know, and it's like Project 6-1. We had a bunch of local artists. You know, come in and record some tracks, and like, you know, there's probably like 10 or 15 different artists on that project, and I actually am probably gonna need a couple more artists for some tracks. But it's like, yeah, I just need to say screw it, just get the shit over with, and drop it.
Just get it over with, drop it, focus on J-Rob.
For real, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like, but it's all. I feel like it's all about the community too. You know, it's like. I feel an importance like with the community, you know what I mean, or like a love for the community, you know. It's like,
I don't disagree with you, but maybe take it one at a time.
Yeah, you're right.
So you can give the highest quality of J-Rob to whoever you're working with. You know what I mean?
Of course. Yeah, I need to just drop all that shit, you know, like.
That's what I mean. That's just. I'm not telling you how to do your business.
No, but that's what people need, you know what I'm saying? Like, people need shit like that. Like, they need to hear, like, that type of... I mean, just a perspective that is...
Some people thrive off of pressure, though.
Mm-hmm.
Like, enormous amounts of pressure. Some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
So, you might just be the kind of person that thrives off enormous amounts of pressure. Like, if you don't have the world on your shoulders, you don't feel like shit's going down.
I feel like that's what I've been waiting for, is somebody to just fucking do it. You know, it's like everybody... I mean, it's like other than... Well, but see, my other homie... One of my other homies tell me, just do it. And I'm like...
Nike.
Like, you can't tell me to do it, but I feel like when you tell me to do it, I'm like, yeah. I'm like, of course, yeah.
Just do what, though?
To drop the shit. I mean,
yeah.
just to get it over with and stop fucking doubting myself. But see, you told me from a perspective that you're telling me from a perspective that I feel like is like, I mean, because you're interested in that topic. The other homie, I feel like, is saying that out of like, you know, some sort of like level of like self. You know, I mean, instead of like being
is he on the record or something?
Oh yeah, he's all over it.
Oh, maybe.
Yeah. See, I mean, that's what I'm saying. But it's like you're telling me just like, but I feel like also that would open doors, because once I get all that shit out of the way, then it gives us room to be able to work on some shit, you know. And like, what's your plan? I mean, what do you plan on doing? Like,
dude, I'm not. Dude, you know me. Like, I don't drop music and. Post
but what's your plan?
Facebook. You know what I mean?
Well, what's your plan with it, though?
What I do. What?
What's your plan with it? Like, what's your plan with the music?
I'm always gonna write music. I'm always gonna do music for the rest of my life. And I'm never going to try and stress it and be like, hey, I'm gonna make music my life, because I feel like that's when people like they get so down, right? Like they're like, fuck, you know, like this music shit isn't working out.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give up. That's not my mindset on it. Like, my mindset is like, I just love music, and I always have, I always will, and I'm just always gonna do that, whether it goes anywhere or it doesn't go anywhere. Like, that's not what it's about to me. I don't know. Like, to me, music is about like telling your story, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, like, whether you're making money off of it, whether you're not making money off of it, like, if you're telling a fucking story that's meaningful, and, you know, has like a little bit of context behind it,
that's what matters.
Not Lil Nas X, or not Lil fucking Lil Peep, Lil Pop, Lil whatever the fuck. Lil Xan.
I mean, they cool. I mean, they cool.
But yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's just not what it's about to me. Like, I'm always gonna do music. Always. Always will.
And see, yeah, I mean, what my problem was is that I just stacked too much up for myself, and it's like I got ahead of myself, and then, You know, I just kept recording too much, and that's what my problem was. I recorded too much before I could get it out right. You know, but so it's just best for me to get it out. I feel like it's good enough. You know, and it's like. But it's like I want to see like the artists around me thrive, you know, and that's why I feel like that's part of why we do the podcast. That's why I do the interviews, you know, off the top. That's why we do these all these different things, is because like I want to like bring people in and have creative discussion. Like this is like a pretext to more, you know. It's like it's building rapport towards more things, you know.
What do you think would happen if you finished all this shit and then you started literally dropping single after single after single after single after single for the rest of time?
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's like that's kind of the thing. I mean, it's like, and it's like if we weren't like, if I didn't have all this shit, then I'd be like, yeah, let's record. You know what I'm saying? Let's record. It's like the podcast is like a placeholder for like recording a track, but it's like I feel like it's also almost just as important as recording a song because it's still documenting things. You know, it's like it's still.
That's what Joe Rogan was talking about, right? Like. He's the #1 podcaster in the world, by the way, if you don't know that.
Oh, I love him.
Literally, like, when you go back to his first 600, he talks about it, how he didn't think anybody was ever listening.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
his
whenever
first
he
one,
was
like, nobody's listening.
When he was talking about, hey, talking to his friends, like, we're talking, like, hey, you want to do a podcast? They're laughing at him, like, what the fuck is a podcast, you fucking idiot? You're wasting your goddamn time. Nobody's listening. Next thing you know, 10 years later, he's the guy.
Bro, he's had Kanye on. He's had Snoop Dogg on. He's had, like, amazing archaeologists on. Elon Musk. He's had Alex Jones on. He's had so many different people. And, like, bro, I mean, honestly, the Alex Jones podcast was probably one of the best podcasts he did. Like,
absolutely, hands down.
Legit. I was like,
dude,
like,
absolutely.
Damn. It was interesting. I was like, damn. You know,
the world needs shit like that, though.
I know. And God, dude. Exactly.
The world needs shit like that.
Exactly.
For real. And there are many more to come. Many more to come.
Exactly. And see, that's why to me doing this type of shit is so important. And yes, we can record songs and stuff, but I feel like they're just as important as this is, because if like we do this type of thing with people and we get to know people, and then it's like, all right, well, let's go do a song, and then we go do a song, and then it's like we build up over time, and it's like you have the communication, you have the, you know, and it's all content.
It all works hand in hand together.
Yeah, exactly. It's all hand in hand, and that's what's amazing, you know.
For
like,
sure.
But you know, fuck all this like, you know, fascist bullshit. Like the fascists saying that fascism sucks, even though they're fascists. You know, fuck these. I mean, I don't
even know what that means.
I don't know. I mean, you know, like,
you feel me? Like, I don't even know what it means.
Like Antifa and shit. Like they fascists themselves. I mean, but see, that's random. But it's like I like bringing up random shit. But like, I mean, but dude, like people trying to control our speech, and that's why I feel like this shit is important. Is because they want to control our speech, and that is more fascist than anything. That is fascistic more than anything. They're about to take away the dislike button from YouTube. Why? Why should you do that? Like, I mean, yeah, like I heard somebody feeling or something, but it's like the only thing people disliking is mainstream media. I mean, on YouTube, that's what people dislike.
I did not know they were about to do that.
No, yeah, they're about to do that. They're about to take it away, and then next, guess what? They're gonna take the comments away. Dude, I had somebody that works. And then they're gonna take the pod. No, I that's just what I'm theorizing. But it's like eventually then they're going to take the podcast away. I had somebody on. No. Yeah, they definitely will. Because it's about controlling freedom of speech, you know. But it's like I had somebody on that was working in the medical field. And they told me some stuff about the virus. And like I'm careful about what I say now. But they said something very specific that was like, oh, well, I'm working on the inside. And this is what I've seen. And they're like, this is what's happening. And then they're like, this is my opinion as well. So they said that. And then I uploaded it. And guess what it said? It took it down and gave me a strike on my channel. You know how they did that? I didn't even upload. I uploaded it unlisted, so only people with the link could see it. So they have an algorithm that literally reads what people are saying and like hears it, and then will take your shit down if you say something that they don't want you to say. So that's why now I don't talk about that shit no more.
YouTube's known for that.
Yeah. And we said something that was very, I mean...
controversial?
But it's not even just, I mean, yeah, but, it said something like, oh, this is what this is, and this is what is happening right now, and they took it down.
Damn.
And I'm like, what?
Well, it was about COVID. Was it about COVID?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Anything about Like,
Yeah.
Just because I said that word now in this podcast, it'll be investigated.
Yeah, dude.
But
and it's
no.
it's just like if you look up 9/11, you know, the 9/11 conspiracy or something, or like conspiracy theories and stuff, then it's just like literally it's just mainstream media. It's like 10 years ago when you looked up stuff like that, it would give you all of these different things from like creators that were like just chilling at their house or like, oh, I'm gonna make a video about this. Now it's totally corporate. They totally took it over. So now it's like an information panel. It's like they have an information panel. You look up geoengineering or anything like that. It's like there's an information panel about that specifically.
08 YouTube, 09 YouTube is not today's YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It would be like
you can't find that shit no more.
No, you're right. And bro, I didn't even notice that until just now.
They're slowly
holy shit
taking it away. So it's like, to me, that's why this type of thing to me is very important. And it's like, honestly, it's like that's where like the music is important to me. That's where the podcast and that's where the shows is important. I go up there and I tell people, I'm like, hey, bro, Jesus is the way. Fuck the New World Order. And then people are like, people come up to me and they're like, hey, bro, that's cool. I like that. I'm like, hey, thank you. I wasn't expecting anybody like that. I was just saying it because that's what I should be saying, right? I mean, you know, I don't know what else to say.
Well, it's like it's like Hobson, it's like Ace Hood, it's like these guys that talk about the shit that
like
nobody
Nocturnal
else
Rainbows,
talks about.
like Nocturnal Rainbows by Hobson. He's like, I mean, that was a good song. I mean, and some of the other shit like Ill Mind, like some of the Ill Minds from Hobson. But where did he go?
These are the guys that like.
Where did he go?
Talk about that. I don't know.
Exactly.
I mean, honestly, like
Shadow Band.
Hobson is not near as big as he should be because of what he talks about.
Exactly.
Ace Hood, same thing.
And that's the industry wall. Like that's where that wall is.
Those guys are way better than Little Pump, Lil Peep, whatever. Those guys, but you never hear them.
I mean, Lil Peep is cool. You know, they cool.
Lil who?
I mean, Lil Wayne's cool too, but he's still part of all that shit too. You know, all these motherfuckers, they all part of the same thing. Wu-Tang is part of that. Tupac was a part of that. You know, all of the Biggie, they all part of that. They all part of that same type of shit. Why do you think they all putting out in the 90s? They were told like, hey, bro, you gotta make a song about killing people and death and all these and drugs and selling drugs and shit, because that's what sells. So that's what we have to put out as our narrative.
You're right.
So it's like it's been controlled for a very long time. Hip hop started off as a very different thing, but now it's totally corporate, big tech control, and it's merging with big pharma. So it's like now it's all like is.
That's deep. What you just said.
Mm-hmm. And so my sister's a nurse, and she sees it from the inside out, and she's telling me shit.
Deep.
She's telling me shit I was telling her 5 years ago, and I'm like, well, I mean, shit, you know, I mean, that's how it goes. I mean, but whatever, dude. That's why I brought up the fascist shit. You know, it's like. Honestly, dude, if I want to be honest, everybody say Trump is a fascist, but it's like they fucking banned him.
What the fuck is that?
Fascist, you know, like a fascist, like the hammer and the sickle, like hammer and the sickle, you know, like fascist, like fascism, like communism, but it's on a different spectrum.
What is this?
Oh, well, I don't know.
Anyway, that's another conversation.
But see, capitalism is just as bad, but it's just the mega capitalism. It's not. It's like the Walmart. It's like the mega church shit. You know, it's like that's where capitalism becomes bad. It's like communism does have a good concept somewhere, like it does, but it's like when you act it out, it's just showing nothing but death and destruction. But I mean, so is capitalism after a certain degree, right? I mean. I don't know, dude. I mean, what happened with...
I'm a fucking monkey.
I don't know, dude.
You understand? I don't know anything.
I don't know either. I just say more shit, you know? I just say too much shit.
I don't know shit about shit.
And see, I really focused on politics for a good period of time in my life, and...
Not me.
I mean, it's good. It's good not to, honestly.
Honestly, like...
It's good to stay away
I'm so out of touch with that, it's embarrassing.
No, it's not, because it's like it drives motherfuckers crazy. I swear, dude, that shit is not like what we need to be thinking about.
Just like I just feel like in my mind, I'm like, who the fuck am I? Who am I? Like, I'm not gonna change anything, right? Like,
well, it's like, dude, honestly, as like in this society, as a cisgender white male, like, you know, I mean, people don't want to hear our opinions. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, why should
people already don't give a fuck? Yeah, I'm already a white man in America. I don't.
Yeah, it's like you don't understand my struggle.
Nobody wants
you know,
to hear
like,
what the fuck I got to say.
Yeah. And that's where it all
So I just
inverts on
stayed
itself.
to myself.
Yeah, I mean,
No,
I
but
agree.
hey.
I respect that. I wish I could not go out there. Like, dude, I would go up on stage and like at the bars and be like, hey, bro, they're putting meth in your Coke or whatever. And I would say that like every night at every show. And then like all the
Damn.
I'm serious. Like, yeah, I'd be like, bro, they're trying to fucking kill you.
Damn.
And then I was like, okay, I gotta stop doing that.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, that killed a vibe. Like, everybody's like, bro, I'm trying to get lit tonight.
For
like,
real. And then you dropped a bombshell on them. That's hilarious.
But that's what be going on, you know.
I need
it's
some
like,
more drink.
huh?
I need some more drink.
You
My cup is empty.
you don't drink no beer, do you?
Absolutely not.
For real?
For real.
I respect that.
Dude, for real, for real.
What do you drink?
Whiskey.
And
Or
water.
Whiskey or, yeah, and water.
Yeah, I drink a lot of water.
Or I drink some vodka. I like vodka. And tequila for margarita.
Dude, I mean, I fuck with all that shit. I think all that shit's lit. It's just like, I mean, I don't know.
Beer
man.
just doesn't do it for me.
I know, it doesn't do it for me either. That's why it's like, it kind of keeps me like, you know, good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, yeah, it's cool, you know, but it's like, I mean, you gotta keep drinking and drinking, no matter what you're drinking. You just gotta keep drinking. You know, it's like, no matter what, it's like, to stay drunk,
It
you
depends
have
on
to
what
keep
you're drinking
drinking.
for.
Huh?
It depends on what you're drinking for. Like, right now I'm just sipping, right? I'm not drinking for a specific reason. I'm just drinking to have a good time. But like people that are chasing demons, they do gotta keep drinking.
Yeah.
Just keep drinking and just keep drinking.
Yeah, and see, it's like, dude, when I go out, and when you go out, you know, it's like if you go out to a spot, and you're like, oh, I'm about to perform on this little fucking shitty little bar show or whatever. You're like, well, I mean, what am I gonna do? Well, I'm gonna get drunk, or I'm gonna at least drink 2 beers so I can loosen up. And then you're like, yeah, you know, and it's like, and then you start talking to everybody, and then you're like, hey, man, and then you're friends with everybody, and all of a sudden, you know, and then you, all of a sudden you had a party
How
at
are you
fucking 4 in the
getting
morning.
lit
Like,
off of beers?
I mean, you just gotta drink like 10 of them.
But I can't even get through half of one.
I don't know, dude. I mean, it's like, but see, I smoke cigarettes too. That's the difference.
That's
it's because
true.
I don't have the
That's
taste
true.
buds, and it's
You
like
definitely got this
I drink straight black coffee too. I mean, it's
No.
like, yes, dude. I mean, it's like I just.
Bro, you're pretty much my grandpa.
I mean, yeah, dude. It's like, I mean, shit. Yeah,
You're pretty
I'm an old
much-
soul. Have you seen how many gray hairs I have? You
You're
probably
pretty
haven't.
much
Like, I
my
have a lot of gray
grandpa.
hairs.
My grandpa drank. Well, he was a whiskey drinker. He only drank whiskey, but he smoked and he fucking drank black coffee, bro. Can't do it.
And dude, you know what? Like, I mean, I don't know, dude. I mean, like with I forgot what I was gonna say.
There's no telling. Is what the fuck is this? Like, what are you doing here?
Oh, this is Google Chrome, so you know Google's always listening. But the homie hooked me up with
Google
a
is
Google
always listening,
Chrome
that's a
thing or
fact.
whatever, like a Chromecast.
No, listen, hold on. I just want to make a little snippet here. Google is always listening, but so is Apple. Okay? Because listen, I don't
Yes.
know. Like, do you get spam text
Yes.
messages?
Dude, the thing is
Listen,
that
I would get these spam text messages like 12 a day. And they would always say, hey, yada yada, you know, we're here to, and then they'd say a name, right? Well, they would always say, like,
something that you said.
no, they would always say my ex's name. Listen. And then I started seeing her, right? And so we've been together. And now they say,
It's like the algorithm
now
is
they
fucking
say
with you.
Diana. No, listen, now they say her name. Or like, they'll say something like her name.
That's crazy,
Isn't it fucking weird?
dude. You know what? I think. Okay, this is my
Someone's
theory.
listening, dog.
This is my theory. I think. I get this. This is crazy. We'll probably end this with this, but I think that the reincarnation of the Antichrist is going to be through AI. I think that
Mic
is-
drop.
I think that is the vessel.
Mic drop.
I think that's the vessel.
I think you're right.
They're about to have robots everywhere. I mean, come on, dude. We've talked about it many times on the podcast. I'm talking about it with my homies, and I was like, "You gonna get a sex robot?" And every motherfucker's like,
What?
No. We're like, "No, I wouldn't get a sex robot." But realistically, it's like, well, I mean,
I don't
you know,
think they would.
They would, yes.
If they say they wouldn't.
Dude, I would say I wouldn't, but I probably would.
But that's like, okay, that's like saying,
But that's the thing, dude.
why would you get a sex robot?
I mean, it's like, but see, it's gonna be like, nah, dude, this is your maid. This is a maid robot.
You got a girl in there, right?
Yes.
So then what the fuck you need a robot for?
I mean, dude, I would tell her the same exact thing. The thing is, I mean, I'm not saying like that's not what it's not what I think about, dude. I'm not like, oh yeah, robot, but I'm just saying that if you think about it as a society as a whole, I think people. I mean, a lot of people were like, yeah, I would. I mean, honestly, a lot of my homies are like, yeah, but some motherfuckers are like, nah, and I'm like, maybe not. But it's like, who knows? I don't know. I mean, we have this. This is a robot. We're already cyborgs. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
It's already listening to everything we say.
No, we are
all
definitely. I tell people that, and they look at me like I'm fucking crazy.
So the reason why I say,
and they're like, no, look, literally, we legit are.
The reason why I say Antichrist is AI is because like it will know everything about us. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
it'll know every single thing about us. So it is they're trying to reincarnate God on earth, and that is the devil.
So you are saying this. Alex Jones said this on Joe Rogan's podcast, that AI is collectively just learning everything that there is to know about us to create a supercomputer. So then they can use that supercomputer to pretty much, like, what did he say it? Send, you know what I'm saying?
Like you know ascend into the next, like,
you get what I'm transcend us to our next
like
thing.
upload our consciousness into
absolutely
yeah
into our, you know, this is like the presetting, like what we get to enjoy now.
It's a great reset.
Oh, I don't know what it is, but
it's
this is definitely presetting to what is like to come. But we'll be dead. We'll be long dead.
I mean, it's a global depopulation effort.
We'll be dead before all that happens.
Oh yeah, I mean maybe.
No, we will.
I
will be. Anyway,
I don't know. I mean, see, my mom would be like, "Oh, my mom would be like, Jesus, take me before any of this." But I'm like, I don't know. I mean, shit. I mean, fuck. But I don't know. I mean, shit. It's happening right now. So
no, I think I'm gonna be dead before I'm like 35. Easy.
I don't know. I mean, I can agree with. I mean, in the same thoughts of my own.
Underlying health issues that I don't want to talk about, but I'm gonna die soon.
Dude, I can relate. I mean, fuck. See, I feel like a lot of people, if they listen to this, they'd agree with this as well. I mean, they could relate. But honestly, I feel like this is a good stopping point. 57 minutes. 57 minutes. Can you believe it's been that long?
Fuck yeah.
I know, right? It's like a time warp. It's like we just like went through a portal.
I definitely need to refill my drink.
Yeah, shit. I gotta piss.
And you got shit to do. You got to go rabbit hole.
Yeah, I'm considering doing that. I think I might do that just to go see what's up. But it's like, dude, this was really fun, and it's like I would like to include you more in what we're doing. Like we can do this more often, but then we can do an off the top with you.
It's been too long.
I want to get you on off the trail, and then like I want to like we'll do a song too. It's like once I get all these other songs out, it's like we're gonna do tracks. We're gonna do all this shit. I want to introduce you to all the homies too. So it's like this is just the beginning. So you could literally come through tomorrow. You could literally come through tomorrow as well. So it's like, I mean, we can have this shit keep going, you know, by tomorrow, and we don't even have to do this. Like, we can just fucking play Call of Duty or something. I don't care, or like whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Figure it out.
Yeah. So, where can people follow you and maybe find some future music?
Just fucking social media, Shylow Strickland.
All right, lit. Well, this is the answer.
SHYLOW. Done.
All right. Well, this is the anti-interview. And we chilling and we having a great time. So subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and do all that extra shit. But yeah, shout out to y'all, and shout out to y'all as well for coming all the way out here. It's been a great time. But you know, even if it's 2 people that viewed us, at least it was us that viewed it. So
a lot more than that.
Yeah, for real. Eventually, yeah, we'll throw down some fucking promo on this shit. But anyways, y'all have a great day, and all right, bye.
That was awesome, bro.